Hey, what's up guys? This is Poker Express, and we are back with another episode of Poker Hands. Before getting into it, I would like to ask you guys to hit the like button and subscribe if you enjoy our videos. Let's jump straight into the action.
Natalia with aces. Jaroszewski, perhaps just stalling himself now as well. So I don't think he'll be going after him with King 7 offsuit. Although nothing surprises me with Jaroszewski. He has shown very high levels of aggression. And is just timing down.
Yeah, sorry. Can I have the marble beef medallions?
And Arabatsky,
What does it come with?
pocket nines and sub 10 big blinds
Can I have
against the chip leader.
Beautiful, thank you.
Still 5 players from the money. Decides he has to go with it quite correctly, but unfortunately he's going to run into it. And well, Pilkington with 7s behind. She will fold this. Jarenko also taking a little time off the clock. Kulin gives it up, and well, Arabatsky is in very bad shape here with his 9s. Oh, a little slow from turning over the aces from Natalia. See if the poker gods will help Arabatsky. 9 king deuce, there it is. Jumps way out in front. Needs to avoid just an ace in order to double up here on the bubble. 8 on the turn. Still stood up. You can see there's a 95% chance of holding here. 10 of diamonds on the river. Secures the full double up for Arabatsky. But nothing more than a little nip at Natalia's heels there. He still has over 20 million chips. Batsky, after 20 big blinds, will buy him some more time on this bubble. And he has 3-bet jammed. Patrick King Jack suited. Fortunately, he can't really proceed.
5, 6.
Folds to Manik with aces in the small blind. This is the Manik show.
9.3. 9.9.9. 9.8.
Obviously, asking for a count, trying to make himself a little bit weaker. To Milad, who is still in the spot. And of course, Lars in the big blind.
8-3? No, that's not right, I don't think.
We of course know
5, 5.5.
Manik is dancing inside that head of his.
9, 3, yeah. 9 million 300.
Alex to flat with Lars behind. Hoping Lars might find something you want to jam and squeeze Mckno out with. Marick will not get the bad news. 5-5-8 flop. Unbelievable. Marick has taken the lead, reducing Manik to just 1 out. Turn is the king of clubs, and only the ace of clubs will see Manik win this pot. Otherwise, Marick will double up. And it is an 8. Unfortunate for Manik, but he has had a nice run of cards up until now. Mckno raises aces. Jones 3-bets the king queen off from the cutoff.
TV table. Dangerous.
Mckno then will slow play the aces. I like this. He's going to let Jones hang himself. And well, pretty wet board. Queen 10, 9, 2 clubs. Jones with a gut shot top pair and backdoor clubs. It's a board that Mckno hits a lot as well, so this should slow the action right down this board. Now wishes he had 3-bet, 4-bet, pardon me, free flop. Looks like he's going to lead. Not a terrible line on this texture. Let's say Jones is going to check this board back a lot. It should hit Mckno's range more than Jones. So it's very hard to ever get raised. As you can see, he can get called by some worse hands. And well, queen on the turn. Does now, of course, have to check. Jones gets to bet with his 3 queens. I would have narrowed it down a bit by leading this flop. Checking the turn does give a lot of incentive to Jones to bluff, so I wouldn't be surprised to see Mckno call here. Obviously he's going to have to fold a lot of rivers. But be hoping it goes check-check on the end. And it won't be going check-check as Jones improves to a full house. Jones at 1.3 back, 1.7 in the pot. Just a question of how much to go for. Try and piece together what Mckno has. Obviously, race pre, called a 3-bet, led this flop, and check called the turn. Should probably just be shoving here. There it is. Mckno, I think, now just has to fold. He'll have plenty better hands to call with here. And it always forces you to second guess yourself when you trap someone and end up folding. It always feels like you've under-repped your hand, but I don't think he has in this spot. And that is a good fold.
Oh. Wow, all of a sudden, what's happened here? Alex opening the cutoff, I presume, and Pascal just 3-bet jamming.
So that's how you got there.
I guess so, yeah, must have got. For 27 big blinds with King Jack. That seems... Wow, he's flopped a straight draw on 10, 9, 8. Everyone else is laughing. Alex not laughing quite so much. His aces are now pretty vulnerable. 6 on the turn. Doesn't change anything.
The higher straight for him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Pascal still needs a 7 or queen.
I thought that too for a second as well.
And wow, it is a 7 on the river midi. That No. is pretty dirty.
Not happy about that.
Oh, no chop.
Unfortunately, we missed the start of that hand, but just looking... Hard to see that's gone in midi. It's 27 bigs from the button.
I mean, he's lost his head, hasn't he?
Oscar actually playing 35 big blinds. Katanov does make it 950. Oh, he has decided to call. Surprised from what we've seen of him that he is going to call. But obviously I think it's fine. And well, King 4, 3, 2 spades. Pascal is being so cautious, trying to get into the money. I feel like he's going to be playing a big part here and will be at risk if he does go for the check raise. Of course, is going to c-bet this board, having 3-bet pre-flop. 550 the bet. Well, he takes a long time and throws the cool chips in. Not flush draw, and he hits it on the turn. Oscarency checks, and I'd expect Katanov to check back here. Doesn't think Oscarency has a flush. It's more likely he has a king. Well, Oscarency now in a dream scenario. He says cool, and even more excitingly from the dealer announces all in. He quickly corrected her, sounded panicked, making him seem even weaker. A jack on the river. Oscarency checks once more, hoping Katanov will bluff. We can see Katanov has aces. 2.3 million effective behind. Katanov's going to make a tight check. And what a check it is. Oscarency tables the nuts. Katanov shows him the aces. What a hand there for Oscarency.
Oh boy. The coolers have begun for the day, and we've seen plenty of them over this week. The first one we've seen at the Millions Europe main event. Jonas Locke has aces open in the hijack to 20K. Ben Heath squeezes a couple kings on the button. We'll put those newly found chips to use. Two aggressive players to the open and the hijack, and then a 3-bet on the button, which we'd see all the time from these two guys.
Yep.
In this case, just so happens to be aces versus kings.
Yeah, I think you're kind to everyone. That doesn't mean that you're a pushover or anything, but
I try to be okay with everyone. Just sucks if you cannot talk to someone.
Locke just makes the call with the aces.
But also, when I was younger, I used to judge people really fast.
where do you think that came from? Like your parents or something?
Fuck with king, queen, 7. He finds a king. All hearts. No heart for either player.
Yeah, I mean, there's other stuff like school and friends.
Yeah, friends make you like friends. Basically, everything from 14 to 18. It's like the truth. You are like.
Goes check, check. He fills up on the turn.
But I was kind of this guy. Wanted to be the cool guy.
Yeah.
The most popular guy.
Yeah, I never had that actually. I wasn't loud anyway, but. I never had that.
Another check from Jonas.
You what, sir?
When trapping with aces, pretty not the most optimal run out.
This is not an exciting flop for your 2 black aces.
Cool is such a funny word.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
Even by the age of like 13, everyone's aware that cool is.
Then just a
But everyone just uses it.
stone lock on this board, but you're wondering if you should bet this turn anyway. This is the time that Jonas would be calling with some of his draws. And by the river, he might just be over it. We see here he has aces, and he's going to pay something on the turn and the river, most likely.
It's 50K on the turn.
Thing to do. Like, you have the most enjoyable life if you're kind to people and also strong with your boundaries. So you don't let people shit on you.
That's the thing. You know,
It's
some
a
people
fine
which are
balance,
like.
but they're not usually.
You can find the balance. Because a lot of people
Jonas Locke makes the call. River's the 9.
In his mind, he's rooting for no heart, but would
Little
have been
did he
pretty
know.
helpful.
We saved him a little bit. How much does Heath go for here? 260K in the middle.
Working out slowly. Information's just traveling real fast.
Yeah, that's true. I just think like having a good run on Earth is way better than having a bad run, which really is better than that really.
Bets 500K. That's the rest of it for Jonas Locke. Who all of a sudden is not in a fun spot with his aces.
Ben making another terrific read in his opponent's hand strength. Doesn't just go for a small value base. I think he's got a hand that could pay off. 2 times the pot.
And Heath capable of making this play with all sorts of hands. Jonas knows that.
He's in a tough spot. Having raised and then just flatted pre. Wow, what a fold.
Does make an
Nice
excellent
fold.
laydown.
It's sometimes tough when you know that your hand is so under-repped to make that big of a fold.